What's going on, everybody? This is Big Mike, one half of Crazies on the Mic. I'd like to welcome you to this week's podcast. Number 3 is in the books, folks. This thing is rolling along. Still got a lot to learn, learning more and more every day on how to do this podcast, how to do videos, getting them YouTube videos out there. But we still got a lot to learn. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty when we first started. It's a really, really good idea to unmute yourself whenever you are switching scenes. We talked probably about 15 minutes there on mute, so that was pretty funny. But now we talked about a crazy week. We hung out with family and friends this week, which is awesome. We saw some people that we haven't seen in a while, which is great. Trying to get back to normal here, after all the shit that happened with us last year, just trying to get back to something familiar. We touched base on, willing stuff into existence. We talked about something on last week's podcast that we wish would happen, and it freaking happened. So that's pretty awesome. And we also share a personal, on a more personal note, we share a story of how me and Sarah got together. Just gave y'all a little, just a little insight on our lives and stuff like that. So, I hope you enjoy this podcast. We had a lot of fun making it. We'll see you on the next one. Sarah, please count us down. Peace.
All right. Do not disturb on? Check. Crazies on the mic? Check. We are on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There they are.
Hello.
There it goes.
Happy Sunday fun day.
There it goes. Let's do this one more time. Happy Sunday fun day. Eva, I hope you can hear us now.
Yeah. Oh man.
There it is. I think we're working now.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
I see a bar on the computer, so now I think we're good.
I think we're good now. So, anywho,
It'd be like that.
Yes, yeah, we there's a sticky note that's supposed to be somewhere around here.
I need to put a sticky note saying that remember to unmute the mics and make sure that you have a bar moving up and down on your equalizer.
Perfect. So I want to definitely throw out this again. So positive energy, speaking things into existence. We actually spoke something into existence last podcast, guys. It's real. It's a real thing. You want to do it. You want to send out that positive energy. We spoke out. We talked about a beer on the East Coast that we wanted to come to Texas, Yingling.
Yeah.
And then on Tuesday, Mike, after a couple of things, Mike actually got a post. He saw a post from Yingling stating that they're coming to Texas, boo.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, I'm telling you guys, it's a thing. It's a real thing.
We just talked about how much we love that beer and how much we wished we had it here in Texas. Then now it says their recipe is on their way to Texas and it will be here in the fall.
It's a real thing, guys. I'm telling you. So I'm letting y'all know I'm going to be famous.
Hold on. Let me do it again.
Yes.
I had this cool visual about speaking things into existence, and apparently we were muted, so you couldn't hear what I was saying. All you saw was just my hands flapping around. So let's do it again. All right. So when you speak something into existence and you put the energy out there, it's like if you drop a rock on one side of the lake and you drop a rock on the other side of the lake, they make ripples, and eventually those ripples are going to come together, and that's how it is. So you put your energy out there on something that you want, and eventually your energy is going to ripple together with that energy, and it's going to come to you.
So I'm letting y'all know right now that your girl gonna be famous. She gonna be sexy, skinny.
Put that energy out there.
It's all out there. It's all positive energy, guys. I'm serious. Like this is it. Like, this is what I've dreamt of. I've been speaking about it, and finally the ripples have met, and it's coming together. It's happening right now.
Just like we've been talking about doing this podcast for a while, it's starting to come together. Like I said, we're still new to this. We don't know how to unmute ourselves when we're supposed to.
We're going to put a sticky note on this computer, guys. I promise.
That'll be
At our next meeting, we're going to talk about
our next how do you call it? Or when we're throwing ideas at each other, our next meeting, we're going to sit down and
brainstorming meeting we're going to
put a sticky note on the computer monitor saying unmute
that bad boy. So
all right, so where we going?
So this Sunday, this weekend, while you were working, I went to go have breakfast with my aunt. I got to see my cousin from California, and I got to spend time with my my other cousins, her kids, and their kids, and so it was great. And then today, you and I both went to my uncle's house to celebrate my cousin getting her bachelor's in criminal science. And
got to see family
family
that we haven't seen in a long time because of this pandemic. Everybody's been doing their precautions and trying to distance each other, just keeping each other safe. So we're actually getting to the point that's never going to be normal again, but it's starting to get familiar. So how's that?
I like that. I like that a lot, because
starting to get more familiar to where it used to be, to where you can hang out with family and friends and feel safe again than what it was.
You don't
before.
Feel like you're putting somebody else's life in danger, or your life is in danger.
Before you didn't feel safe, even around family, and it's nothing against them. It's just you don't know where they've been.
I haven't seen some of our closest friends in person in over a year.
Yeah.
And that just kills me. Their kids are growing up and I don't even get to see them.
Big moments in their lives that we would all celebrate together. But, with times that are now, we unfortunately can't celebrate together. But, we're
always thinking about them.
We're celebrating in spirit.
Yeah. So lots of people. I have another amazing friend of mine. She just graduated from college, and I'm so excited for her. Way to go, Erica. Very proud of you.
Very proud.
Super, super proud of you.
And she did it in, way faster than her husband did.
Man, that dude was making a career out of being in school.
Part of the faculty.
Yes. They were like, dude, you need to graduate now. Okay.
You know who you are.
We're not going to call out your name.
Not going to call you out, but you know who you are.
Yes, you absolutely know who you are. So,
just stuff like that, you see it on social media and people are just trying to live their lives and stuff like that. And unfortunately, nowadays, that's the only way you could really see what people are doing is on social media. And, some people say that social media is bad for you and stuff like that. But when you have stuff like this that's going on, that's the only way you can actually stay relevant. That's the only way that you can actually...
I haven't even told you this. I was talking to a friend of mine, and she said basically that exact same thing.
Yeah. That
without social media, that we don't know what's going on in your life. It's because of this pandemic.
Yeah.
Where normally we would be side by side celebrating or helping you plan or just whatever, being a part of that process. And because of the pandemic, we're not.
Yeah.
And then now we're just like, we rely on the social media aspect to see that unfold, to see that happen. And
it's a way of staying in touch without, physically being there, just keeping up with people's lives without physically being around them.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's all
there's a lot of negative in the social media. I mean, it really is. Like, sometimes we don't want to be turn it off. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to talk about it. It's just a lot of negativity out there. And I completely 100% get that. But, also there's the positive side that it keeps us connected in a time that we cannot be connected for health reasons because we're trying to be safe.
Yeah.
So it's a little, it's a catch-22 to that, trying to figure out how do you want to do that. But I can't say enough how proud of these young ladies, guys. These are, I'm not taking anything away from the men, but for these ladies, I am so proud. One's a mother, and she's a wife, and she has a career, and she was still going forward. And then I have, my cousin, she's young, she's getting ready to get married. She doesn't have any kids yet. So, but she's still strengthening herself to be a powerful woman in this world. And I'm super happy for them. Like this is my legacy. Like these people, I have been a part of them, encouraging them quietly or loudly. They know or don't know, but I have been cheering for them, and they got me in their corner forever because I'm all about women, empowering women, and I'm going to do it all the time. So, but yeah, yay them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we had a lot of great stuff. I got to see my son today. My daughter was able to go and see some family that she
hung
had.
out as a family again.
Yeah. It was
Even though we
nice.
don't live together no more.
Yeah, and that's okay.
We still got together and hung out and saw each other. So that's always awesome.
Yeah. So,
Got to see uncles and aunts.
Yeah. Let's talk about, Cisco's attire, not his attire, his accessories.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, everybody likes to pick on my baby. Like, that's my baby. Leave him. I don't care how old he is. Leave him alone. Today,
Our baby is ghetto fabulous. You know what I'm saying?
He is.
He ghetto fabulous.
He had on a chain.
So he had on this chain and it was flipped. It's a pretty thick chain, it was flipped over and it was looking kind of rough on that side, It was looking a little faded, a little rough, And then Sarah's brother goes up to him and he goes, what's up with the chain? And he flips it over and on the other side it had some bling on it. We're like, oh, damn, you got that reversible chain, You got the bling on one side and the pole on the other.
They were picking on my baby, and I had no idea.
He got that reversible chain. He got that. I feel sexy one day, and I feel I'm not so sexy.
I was like, y'all leave my baby alone. Like they cannot. They are always picking on my son, and he loves them. He cannot get enough. So and
that was good.
Yeah,
that was fun.
That was hilarious. These guys. Like
then all of a sudden he pulls out this ring out of his pocket. He goes, look at this ring,
Shut up.
Ring had bling on it too.
Shut up.
Man.
I didn't see the ring, guys. I didn't even know. What am I gonna do with that guy?
That kid.
He is something else.
Yeah, he needs a. He said he had two of them. One broke. Boy's holding on.
Oh no.
He's holding on for dear life.
So. Yeah, so we did that. I mean, guys, when we're around my family, they are just a bunch of smart asses. They really are. They are hilarious. I cannot get enough of them. But when I first started doing any kind of lives, I had a partner in crime.
Lives. It sounded like you said lies.
Oh,
lives.
That too.
She don't be lying.
I lie.
She don't be lying.
Lie. So when I started doing these lives, like on Facebook, I had a partner in crime, and we had a blast. And I'm going to get her on here, and do not be surprised if there's going to be a spinoff to Crazies on the Mic, aka Live in 5, because that's my girl. If you know Live in 5, can I get a what?
Back in the day.
Yes, that is old school. Live in
the Facebook lives.
Yes. So me and my cousin Holly, we would get on, and gosh, she is a hoot. Guys, she's a talent. She's a mother. She got little ones. She's got 2 boys.
That's another one that's doing her thing.
She's a hustler. Okay. So she's gone to school. She was working in the plants. She was going to school while pregnant, working in the plants while pregnant, dealing in a man's world. That was like fully man world. And she was doing it.
Yep.
She was doing it. And so she went ahead and she stepped out of there for a while. And she's finding her groove, what she wants to do. But that right there, me and her, we're gonna blow up this world. didn't come out right. See, you can't say certain things. That was not intentional. That's not what I meant. It was a slang. I was just being. I've been told that I'm not allowed to say off the chain because it definitely dates me and shows how old I am. And I guess saying words like
off the chain,
saying like that word that I just said cannot be said because it
well, you
also
can't
dates
say
me.
those blowing it. You can't say blowing it up in the airport either.
Oh, I would never. I would never. I think people are just stupid.
You know what? You should be happy about what dates you. You should be happy from what time frame you come from. You know what I'm saying?
I did. Yeah, we grew up in a good. I want to say that when we're
in the 80s.
In the 80s, when we grew up, that was probably like the best times.
Oh, yeah.
Like we had so much fun. We did so much. We were in the middle of everything. We could go play outside. We learned to stay inside and play some video games. We were introduced. We were part of the computer era, technology, cell phones, all of that. You know,
I mean, we did it
freaking baggy clothes.
I mean,
saggy clothes.
Nowadays, they want to be us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
These
yes.
kids nowadays, they want to be.
They do.
You know, they're barely finding out all that 80s era stuff like that. And they wish they grew up in that era, you know?
Exactly. So
we had good music.
Oh man. We
rap
could dance.
Game. We had retro, new wave.
Yeah.
Shit.
We could dance like nobody's business. I mean, I could do the head spin. No, I couldn't. That's a lie. I tried to do the
break dancing.
Break dancing was pretty awesome. I couldn't do any of it. I couldn't even do the wave. What is that? Is that the little wave? You just do your little arms?
That's pop and lock. Baby.
That see, I don't even know.
Come on.
I couldn't even do that either. So, but yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna get Holly on here. Y'all gonna love Holly. I promise. She will not disappoint at all.
So yeah, we got a manager now.
Yeah.
Her name is Celestina DeLuna.
So y'all have heard our manager in the background before.
She's the one. She's gonna be the one to go through if you want to pick, book a spot on the podcast. Get a hold of her and she'll get a hold of us. Your people, call our people,
and we'll talk about being peoples.
We like to get some people on the podcast, some special guests. Come out here and hang out with us, vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're
gonna get this podcast on Saturday eventually.
Eventually. God bless America. We keep.
Eventually, we'll be on Saturday. I want to be on Saturday.
Bet. It's going to happen. Bet. Yeah. So, yeah.
Eventually, we'll be on Saturday. So, it's just been crazy these past couple weeks.
So, yeah, like I said, I got some family members that I definitely need y'all to know. Like, just because this world needs to know them. Like, I'm selfishly keeping them for myself, and that's not right. Like, you need to know who they are too. So we definitely going to get them on here. I also want to kind of point out something. I guess on the last podcast, somebody pointed out that maybe I'm not dyslexic in reading, but I'm dyslexic in speaking. So
you know what? I feel you. I feel you, man.
I'm telling
the same
you,
way, man.
I was like,
you get to talking real fast, and you have those little senior moments or senior seizures, and they're micro seizures. You know what I'm saying? And then you just kind of jumble some words together.
Because apparently I went and I said blown mind. And it was supposed to be mind blown.
Probably.
Something like that. Something like that.
It's
so,
all right.
yeah, I jacked it up.
You know what?
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
It is. Tomato.
Just doing what we do on here.
So, yeah.
We speak correctly. We speak correctly. We don't.
But here I am, the Nazi of spell check.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, it's.
So they caught you in your own game.
Yeah, it's there. THERE, not THEIR. Those words. Those are the ones that don't text me. I will correct you. You know this, right?
Mm-hmm. I know this. I get that shit all the time.
Yeah,
I can't say. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's good to keep somebody
keeps your mind
keeps
sharp.
me on my toes, especially when I post stuff on Facebook. You know, she's on it. You know what I'm saying? She sends me, hey, you need to change this, you need to change that. I ain't trying to have my man look stupid on social media.
Not today. Not my baby.
My baby ain't gonna look like a dumbass.
He's
on
not
social
gonna look
media.
like a dummy just because he graduated from that school out in the hood.
You know
not
what
today.
school is? Soho.
Mama grew up in that fancy school district over there. Yeah, we're not gonna mention my school.
We're not.
No,
we'll keep that under wraps.
Yeah, that one. I was not an alumni
No.
of that school. No, I just was that. That's where I grew up.
You got out early.
I did. I took it early.
You know what I'm saying?
GED.
You were on that
air
accelerated program.
GED air high five. Yeah. That's me. So yeah, we
So you got some topics you want to discuss?
well, I've been.
You just want to keep winging it? I mean, I'm down for whatever.
I've been hitting my bullet points. You just see, that's how smooth I am. I'm real slick like that. You had no idea that we were hitting my bullet points of topics that I had talked about.
Oh, you're already doing it. You just snuck them in on me.
Yes.
You snuck them, you dirty little.
See, you don't need to know. It's just going to flow out.
It's flowing. I like it. Keep going.
So,
Keep flowing.
you know how I was saying that, we speak things into existence. But I'm just going to let you know, if this podcast gig doesn't work out, I will be starting my own 900 number.
900 number?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So you can call for how much those things cost. Like, I don't even know how much a 900.
It's like two something.
Why do you know about that?
$4 for the first minute.
Why do you even know about that? Like, I just don't
99
understand.
cents for each additional minute.
How do you even know? You should. I was waiting for you to say, I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
I don't know.
No, it's $4.99 and 99 cents after that. What the hell?
Come on, man. We all stayed up late and seen those commercials come on the TV back in the day.
So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I mean, I could start selling pictures of my feet, but I'm just, I'm too scared. People are gonna fall in love and stuff. I'm gonna have stalkers. Right. I'm gonna have stalkers, babe.
They don't gotta know where you live at.
They're gonna hunt me down. I'm famous now, guys. They're gonna know.
They're gonna know your feet.
They're gonna know. They're not gonna know. They're gonna know. They're gonna be. All they're gonna do is just look around town, looking down. Are you gonna see people walking with their head down, and you're like, they're one of the ones. They seen my feet. I gotta hide my feet. I'm gonna have to wear tennis shoes all the time.
You gotta make some money, man. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Throw them feet out there.
So yeah, it's either the 900 or the feet pictures, and that's what's gonna happen. Tell you what,
let's try to do this podcast first.
I hope
let's
it
be on the
works
safe
out.
side and let's try to get this podcast.
I hope it works out. I really do. I want to be famous. I am gonna be famous, one way or another.
Speak it into existence.
It
Throw
is
that
gonna
rock
happen.
out there in the lake and let them ripples meet.
It's gonna happen. So
we can learn how to push that mute button. I mean, we're gonna take off.
We will launch.
The good thing is I can edit that out. The bad thing is that it's live. You all saw it.
Yes. But
you know what? That's life, right?
Yes.
That's life. Can't get mad. It's okay.
So we so I don't even know where to go now. I think I ran out of bullets. Podcast over. Just kidding. So at work. So at work I had this man call in, and I was trying my very best to help this gentleman, and he would get off topic really, really bad from what I needed to be helping him with. And he was very passionate about the things that he was talking about, but it had no bearing on what I was helping him with. And by his conversation, I could tell what kind of where he stood politically, and that's fine. That's not going to deter me from giving my best to help him. And I could tell this man really enjoyed talking to me. But towards the end of the conversation, he was like that a vendor that he had been talking to had been watching videos on how Mexicans are stealing social security numbers, and they are,
They're trying to
scam. Yeah, they're trying to scam people.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself,
if you
only knew that the chick that is putting a smile on your face right now,
that's how
is Mexican.
And that's how that's like a perfect example of just, how you say, man, just ignorance, you know? The fact that he is being like that against a certain race, right? Not knowing that he is talking to the person of that race that he's being racist towards, and he loves the way my wife is treating him on the phone.
You know,
like, dude, why you can't be, why are you gonna be racist about somebody if you don't know them?
Keep in mind, I give great customer service. I'm very empathetic, very, very empathetic to what you're going through, and want to do my best to help you. But when you sit there and you're bashing me, you got to understand. Listen, this is just not on the phone. I've done this in public. I have people that really enjoy talking to me, really enjoy me helping them, but yet they would sit there and throw stones at me because I don't speak Spanish.
Right.
I'm like...
And that's the thing. That's
and they would
crazy.
Be really nasty about it too. Like, how dare I? And I'm looking at them like, well, it was a different time that I grew up in.
And that's crazy that it's not just, you know, people could be racist to their own race.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh, for sure.
Just because we don't do something that you do, we can be the same race and people could just be racist, you know?
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing, you know? You could be racist, you're racist to other race, but then you're racist to your own race. Just because they don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
You know?
And I've talked to you about this. I've asked you, I'm like, do people give you hell about speaking Spanish? Do they?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they would if I didn't look the way I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 6'3", you know, I'm pretty fucking big. So when they look at me, they really don't want to look at me crazy or say something crazy.
They don't
I notice that a lot, even though I'm a big teddy bear.
Yeah. They don't want to poke the bear. They don't know it's a teddy bear, but they don't want to poke the bear.
People ask me, why don't you speak Spanish? You're Mexican, you know, you should speak Spanish. And I tell them, look, when I grew up, it was a different time. When I grew up, they did not want you speaking Spanish in school.
So they're telling our Hispanic parents.
They didn't cater to Spanish speaking people in school. They wanted you to speak English. So to avoid all of any kind of, you know, to avoid anything going on at school or whatever, my parents decided to just teach us English.
And that was a choice on our parents.
Yes. But it was a different time. You got to know that nowadays they cater to people that speak Spanish. They work around people that speak Spanish, that only speak Spanish. They do everything they can to help those people that speak nothing but Spanish. Back then they didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. They did not do anything for the people that spoke Spanish. We
tried to get our daughter into like a bilingual class when she was young, but it wasn't successful. So
I tell people it's a different time when I grew up. Okay. So you got to understand that. Okay. You can't just go and talk shit saying, why don't you speak Spanish? You should be speaking Spanish. Okay. You didn't grow up when I grew up. Okay. You didn't grow up, you know, you didn't live in my era. Okay. Because a lot of, you know, that's how it was. You didn't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Because if you did, you're screwed. You're not getting any education. You're not getting treated differently. You're going to get treated worse, you know? So.
And you know, and then our parents, they kind of were like, okay, they're not going to push the issue at home. They want to make sure that you're good. Mm-hmm. So if that started with the oldest child, then it trickled down to all the children. Yeah. So that started with my brother, who was the same age as your brother, and then they had your sister, and then they had you, and my parents had me, and then your parents had you. So it was something that, you know, they were like, across the board, Nobody learns Spanish.
And that could also go both ways too. In the fact that you see people that are from Mexico that came here in that time period, they know English. The reason why is because they had no choice to learn English. Nowadays, they don't have to learn English.
Yeah.
Because everybody is catering to them, and that's not a bad thing and stuff like that. But if you're gonna be snooty to me, you need to know everything.
No, you know what? You don't need to know everything. What you need to know is how to mind your damn business. If I don't know something, it's just because I don't know it. There's shit that you don't know that I know, and I don't give you shit about. I just sit there and smile at you and try my best to help you with whatever I'm helping you with.
We can go jump down your throat and say, "Why don't you know English? Why don't you learn English? You're in the United States where we speak English. Why don't you learn?" I don't say that shit to you. You know?
No, and we don't sit there and criticize you because you feel comfortable speaking Spanish. Mm-hmm. That's your prerogative.
Do you? I'm gonna do me.
Exactly.
And don't
sit there and throw stones at me. Yeah. Don't you dare it.
Why can't you just respect me? I respect you.
Exactly.
That's what all it comes down to.
There is envy for me on my end. I don't know about you, but I am a little envious.
I would love to speak Spanish.
Because I have family that they have this great, conversation together because they're fluent in it. It is, just natural. It's an easier conversation for them to have. And
all I do is listen for my name.
Yes. I know.
Wait, I heard my name. Y'all talking about me?
La Luz. Pinche. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. Whoa. Sorry, not that kind of podcast.
See, the thing is that Sarah can somewhat understand it. Right.
It was funny because my mom
understands it way more than I do. I understand very little of it.
It's funny because my mom, she'll start talking Spanish and she'll look at me. She goes, "Do you know what I said?" I said, "Yes, Mom, I do know what you said." "What did I say?" So I'll tell her, and she starts laughing, and she's like, "How do you know that?" I said, "Mom, I do know some Spanish. Like, I would know when she'd be talking about me on the phone. Mm-hmm. She'd be talking to her friends in Spanish or her sisters or whoever she was talking to, talking shit about me, and I would tell her, "Stop talking about me." She's like, she'd start laughing, and she's like, "Why do you think I'm talking about you?" I'm like, "I know you're talking about me." "How do you know?" "Because yes, I know the conversation, how it's going. You're talking about me."
I could tell.
I can tell. I know.
And I heard my name.
Yes. And I heard my name.
But that was our little rant, man. You know? It's crazy how the shit that goes on in this world. Every day I'm amazed at stuff that goes on and how people are,
Yeah, I mean, I understand we're not all going to get along, and I understand that we're not going to all love each other, but do not come at me, because where am I from? Texas. Where am I from? H-Town. Don't come at me, dude. Yes. Gangsta. I'm just saying, you don't want none of this. You don't want none. H-Town, what?
So ho.
Oh, no. Please, no. Don't do that. Please do not encourage that. Oh. So, yeah, that's something that I deal with. And that's
crazy. And you know what? I mean, you did
and our daughter deals with that.
You did great. You held yourself together. You didn't let it, sway the conversation or sway the way you were acting towards him.
The way I was treating him, giving him his service. I definitely.
Changing the way you service, his call and stuff like that. You held your composure. You did what you had to do.
Hey,
and that's great.
You know what? I do want to talk about something else really quick, okay? Mm-hmm. So our daughter's working, and we're trying to get her to understand that you're not going to always have the best colleagues to work with. Mm-hmm. And you're just going to have to deal, Yep. But I will say this much. Mama Bear about to go up in this damn store.
Mama Bear.
And have a talk with Millie.
Don't mess with her cubs, you know what I'm saying?
This woman, my daughter addresses her as Miss and her name. Mm-hmm. Well, this woman chooses to call my daughter out of her name and my daughter will correct her.
Different name.
Yes, she will call her a completely different name, and my daughter will correct her immediately, and the lady will immediately say it again. And I'm like, I named my daughter after my grandmother. That is not my grandmother's name. You need to stop. So what did you say? Since we're changing names?
We changing names. We just, I'm just going to call you, what did I say?
Esther.
Esther.
So I was calling you Esther. I mean, since we just changing names.
I say, you know what? Her name's Mildred. You just call her, Millie, a millionaire. You know that Lil Wayne song? Millionaire, Millie.
I'm telling you, man, don't. Like,
hey, you
why?
want to call me a different name? I'll call you Esther.
You know what?
You Esther from now on. Let me change your name tag.
Esther, I need you on aisle 2.
That's just rude, man.
It's just very rude.
That's just rude.
This woman gets all uppity when the manager's not around. When the manager's around, super sweet and kind. Take your fake ass somewhere else.
Brown nosing.
I do not appreciate that. I get it. Working with kids, it's hard. Like, working with teenagers can be very difficult.
My baby ain't no teenager.
She's not, but yeah.
My baby mature.
Yeah, she really is.
She's
but
a little too mature.
She is very respectful, but don't push her, because there's going to be a point in time she's going to turn into little Sarah, and then it's all she's going to be home. She's going to be she does not want to move back in with us. I promise you.
She'll be dropping attitude left and right.
Yes. You get an attitude and you get an attitude. We all get attitude.
Giving them away like the Oprah show.
Yes. So, yeah, I don't appreciate that. If you do not know somebody's name, if you're having a hard time, explain that to them. But don't call them somebody else's name. Don't be a dick.
Oh.
Sorry. Oh. That got, it was a sore subject, because that's my grandmother's name. Like, that's my abuelita. Like, you
put some respect on the name.
You put respect. Respect it. Respect that stuff. Name, I want you respecting it. So, yeah. Did that happen?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Wait, there was something else I was going to say, but, I had a senior moment and I forgot. So sorry. Guys, I love my friends. My friends are the best. They're amazing. I cannot talk enough about them. I don't know if I told you, last time I got some wine. I got a wine glass. Then another friend, she also bought me perfume, because she's freaking amazing. For Mother's Day, she bought me perfume. You know who you is. And I love it. It's not the one that she has, because I love that one, but I love this. It's just so hard. Like, how do you tell somebody it's not the one that I wanted, but it turned out to be the one that I definitely need? Maybe that's the best way to say that.
That sounds good.
And then I went over to see her the other day, and she's like, hey, I got you something. We were just talking about whatever, and I sent her a screenshot of some lipstick that I, used to like, and I hadn't gotten anymore. Just hadn't. And she's like, here, I got you. So she gives me a Sephora bag, and there's my lipstick. And here it is. So pretty. And again, you know who you is.
You know who you is.
She's the best. No, don't be sorry. You're the best. So, yeah, I do have amazing friends. We think of each other. We always try to, if we cannot get something for each other financially, with monies, we're there for each other emotionally. Yeah. And she's done that a million times over for me too. But she's also my idol. You ever had an idol? Somebody that, like, one of your friends that you've always looked up to? Do you ever had anybody like that?
No.
No?
Not that I can
Nobody?
think of.
Nobody at all?
No, not off the top of my head.
Nobody starts with an R?
Who?
Ricky?
Ricky.
Oh, never mind. Forget it. Anyways, she is that person that I admired as a little girl, and I wanted to be just as beautiful as she is. I'm not doing a great job, but I think she's just so funny. She is just so cute, and she's got an amazing heart. And every day she just shows me more and more how great she is. So those are the kind of,
get a room, you two.
Listen, this is the kind of people you need in your life. You need to put positive, loving, caring people in your life.
Exactly.
Because if you walk around negative, then you're going to be like me all the time. Just waking up, just rage.
We don't want to be raging every day.
Rage every day.
You got to have that opposite to your, right? Opposites attract, right? You got somebody that rages. You got somebody that doesn't rage, that is calm, cool. You know, you got to have that together so that y'all mesh together.
She cool. She cool like that.
Got to have that.
So, yeah. So this, you know, this is, to be successful, this is what you need. All right. You need good people. You need good people in your life.
Okay.
You need to know people in your life. And you need to make money. And you need to have a mind frame of working hard to get this money. And that's what I've been doing. I've surrounded myself with women that want money, and they will work hard for it. And they're doing a great job. I mean, I don't care, as long as you're not, you know, taking anybody's life for money or anything like that, or you're, you know, robbing people, you're doing anything illegal, then get your thing. All right. Get out there every morning. Wake up. Take care of yourself. Hustle. Get
hard.
your hustle. Yes.
Stay on that grind.
Yeah. There's a Beyonce song that used to be my theme song. You know, I'm always like, you know, when I really want to get my mindset, I'll turn that song on. It's called 6 Inch Heels. And I'm like, yeah, you know, trying to go make this money.
Get it.
And then now I need to start working out. So I'm starting to lose weight. So,
that's good.
You know,
I'm not.
It's okay. I got us. Okay.
Cool, I appreciate
Don't worry about it. I got you.
Appreciate you.
So, I'm trying to take care of myself, you know. I went and got my nails did.
There you go.
You know, and I got my toes done. They match.
It's for that OnlyFans.
They match.
Oh, yeah. Feet and nails.
Feet and nails. You know, I got to keep them short because right now I type and I don't know how to type with long nails. And so I don't want it interfering with me making money.
Yeah.
So there's that. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just, you know, I want us to do well. You have been hustling at this, so kudos to you, man. Like, we on this.
Trying to learn.
So,
you know, get better.
I want to share. This is like really like swing the door the total opposite way. Okay. But I want to share this story with everybody. Okay. And it always depends on who's telling the story. Okay. I tell the story one way and then him tell it another. Okay. So, let's tell everybody how we met. Okay. All right. So I was a single mom. I had Cisco. He was 2 years old. And I just moved back in with my mom's.
Get ready for this ride. Get ready to go back down memory lane.
So, I was back in college. I'd been just really focusing on trying to do better. I moved back in with my mom. I had my own place with my son, moved back in with my mom. And so she's like, you know, I'm going to help you. I'm like, cool. All right, cool. We're going to do this. So I was using her car to go to school. And that's all I'd been focusing on. I had a friend of mine. She was dating this guy. And she said, hey, how about, you know, we're about to go to a party. Do you want to come? I said, I can't, you know. You know, I'm just kind of staying low key. And she's like, no, come on, let's go. So I was able to go. And I go with them and we go to your house for the first time. And I get introduced to
her eyes lit up when she got out that car.
See how this story
like just stars twinkling out of her eyes.
This is what like, he must have been envisioning when he saw me, but
this mug is
no.
So me and my brother, we was at my mom's house, and back
that's
then
where they lived. That's where they lived.
Back then we used to work on cars. We was in a car club, and we had our cars that we fixed up, and I had just installed a system. A system means I had just put the bang in my trunk, the speakers, the subs in my trunk. Well, I actually did like a custom kind of thing in my trunk. And
yeah, it was custom with a lot of black tape.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. That's my brother. But I had just did some custom stuff, and we was working on it. It was already getting dark, so we was wrapping it up, and then Moses shows up, him and his girlfriend and Sarah, and I was looking a little rough, I hadn't fixed myself up, beard was pretty thick and scruffy, and I just got done working on my car all day. So,
dude, I could not honestly tell you what he looked like because I was not paying attention to him or his brother.
Bullshit.
Was not talking to either one of them. So we just stopped by. They're continuing their stuff. Apparently the discussion went that they're going to go to the party too. So we left to go to Moses' cousin's house and hang out for a minute while y'all got ready. So that's what we did. And
got up in
while
that
I was
shower,
hold on.
Shaved the face, trimmed the beard, you know what I'm saying? Did the hair.
So while we're at his cousin's house, all of a sudden Moses says, "So which one do you like?" I'm like, "Huh? What are you talking about?"
Moses, the Cupid matchmaker.
I'm like, "Which one? What? Like what? Which one did you like? Which dude did you like?" I'm like, "I don't even know what you're talking about. I wasn't even paying attention to either one of them. What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Which one? Did you like the Honda or did you like the Neon?"
My boy Moses looking out for us, you know what I'm saying?
I'm like, oh my God. I don't know. I guess the tall one. I don't know.
You see that? Quick. The tall one.
I guess the tall one. I don't know.
That was quick. She had that answer already in her back pocket.
No, I didn't. I guess I couldn't even tell you what they look like because I was not
She
even
knew I was
paying
tall.
attention.
She was paying attention to that.
There's a height difference, so you can say tall or short, okay?
She had a 50-50 and she went with the tall.
So then after that, we go back and, I used to smoke cigarettes. So I'm like, shit, damn it. I don't have any cigarettes. My friend was like, as we're walking up to his front door, she's like, "Ask him." I was like, "I am. I don't need anybody telling me what to do. I don't have a problem asking anybody for a cigarette." And I was like, "Hey, can I get a cigarette?" So I smoked one of his cigarettes and we go to the party. So I don't know. I don't remember anything else. All I know is that we're getting ready to leave. And I think at one point I was showing you and Moses' cousin my tattoo on my leg and saying, I have a son and he's half black, and if you don't like that, you don't need to talk to me. I think that's how that conversation
Trying to
went.
put up that wall that she was hard.
Whatever.
She's soft.
So so then we went to go look for your brother.
Yeah, my brother was inside shooting craps with the guys, trying to hustle some side money, We was at it was a trailer home, wasn't it?
I think so, because
it was a trailer home.
I was like, you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna go look for him." I said, "Okay, I'll go with you." Because I wasn't gonna sit in the car.
We walking down the driveway.
I had on these heel sandals. They're probably about like this big, okay? And it's gravel, so like it's unsteady.
Sure.
And all of this is true. If you ever been to a trailer home, usually it's got gravel. Anyways, we're walking and I said, "Hey, I'm going to hold on to you so I don't fall and bust my ass."
Sure.
This dummy tells people she was all over me.
She was all up on me.
She wanted this.
She wanted to jump my bones right then and there.
Whatever, my dude. My dude, I'm going to need you not to. So anyway,
it's all up on this.
No. So yeah, again, it goes on who tells the story.
Sorry, man.
So it was the day before. It was the day before Super Bowl, the day before his sister's birthday. So after that party, like, we left. I don't even remember anything else about that. All I know is that the next day we went back to Moses' house to watch the Super Bowl. And as we were leaving, here you come.
Making my move.
Yeah, he did. He was like, "Here's my number. You can call me anytime."
No, I got your number.
No, I got your number.
No.
Yeah, I got your number. Yes.
You sure about that?
I promise.
And she called me.
I did.
She got it because she want this.
Yeah.
Guess where our first date was? What was it?
We went to go see Titanic. Was that the one?
No.
Oh, and what was our first date?
The first date?
I don't remember.
That might have been our first date.
What did you think it was?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh no, that wasn't our first date.
That wasn't our first date?
No, that was the first time I told you I loved you.
No.
Yeah.
No, that was Valentine's.
No, I told you I fucking loved you.
That was Valentine's.
At Chuck E. Cheese?
No, Valentine's Day. Chuck E. Cheese when we did our first smooch.
Oh.
Smoochies.
I don't know.
God damn it. The fuck do I know this shit you don't?
No. Well,
come on, man.
We know that we know I have a bad memory. I have senioritis.
So it's pretty crazy though that how there was so many times that we should have met. It's pretty nuts. It's almost the same thing as we talked about willing to in existence,
speaking things into existence, willing things to existence, same thing. Things being destined to be together, destined to be together. I don't know how else to say it. There was so many times that we should have met, so many times that we should have been and it's crazy, if we did meet sooner, we probably wouldn't be together. Yeah. Because we probably wouldn't experience the things that we needed to experience to be with each other.
Bye, and that would have been it,
If I would have met you 2 years earlier, you would have been 17. I would not talk to you. I was pregnant with my son when I could have met you.
See, and that would have been something. You weren't looking for nobody because you were pregnant. So it's kind of, we met at the right time, but it's crazy how we should have been together. How there's so many coincidences. I mean,
yeah, because
your favorite Ninja Turtle is Michelangelo.
It is.
My name is Michelangelo. Your favorite rap song is by a guy named Big Mike.
Big Mike. Yes.
Big Mike.
It was that's a whole
There was a buddy of mine that was dating one of her friends, another buddy of mine. And I was supposed to go out with him that night to hang out with him, his girlfriend, and her friends. And I didn't go. And Sarah was there that night. So we could have met that night. Sarah knew so many people that I knew, and we didn't even go to the same school. She went to a school that was, it wasn't even close. Yeah, it wasn't even close. So
like 15 minutes away.
It's just nuts. It's nuts. There was so many things.
Yeah. I grew up in a pretty white dominant neighborhood, and he grew up with a bunch of Mexicans.
Nah, my neighborhood back then my neighborhood back then was a lot of white people. It was like older white people, and as they moved out or passed on and stuff like that, the Mexicans rolled up in there, took it over. They said,
like little roaches.
Now
little roaches be like spreading everywhere.
Yeah, they all up in there now. My mom still lives there though.
Yeah,
she's always gonna live there.
So we we've had our ups and downs, but we definitely can see that we are meant to be.
But that's the story of us.
Yeah,
getting together. If y'all wanted to know, if y'all didn't want to know, now you know.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah.
So
knowledge is power, guys. I tell you what, and that's why we get along enough to know each other when to stop. Like we're just not gonna keep pushing the envelope. Like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
But bet. Did you just say bet?
I said yeah.
Oh, I thought you said bet. 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 That's the new thing, guys. If y'all don't know that, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Bet. That's a B thing. Yeah, he be letting that happen. Bet. Bet. Yeah, he just don't know. Bet. All up in that podcast world. Bet. So yeah, Mike has been a really great guy, and he has helped me in so many ways. So bet. But yeah, I'll tell y'all one day about him being a superhero, because you know what? I want to know what you were going through, what was going through your mind when we experienced some of the hardest times in our lives. Like, because I know what I was going through emotionally, but like, what were you going through? Like, cause like women don't know. Like, we always think like the man just doesn't care. What do you? We don't know. So I want to know. You know. So we'll definitely hit that.
But that's
topic.
A story from.
Yeah, then we'll hit that topic on another day. But I think that's it for today, guys.
Been a crazy week.
We will be working on getting our, special guest out here.
Yeah.
We will be working on making sure the mute button is off when we start our podcast.
Yeah, when we start our podcast, we need to have that mute button off.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that mute button off, you cannot hear us.
Yeah.
We learned that today.
Yeah.
We thought we had it down. I was like, we got it down this time. After last time, it took us like over an hour to get going. We thought we had it down this time, and then, But
let me tell you, we talked about this 2 times about getting that goddamn sticky note.
Yeah.
We're going to work on that, guys.
Yeah. I need to get some sticky notes and stick them to my computer.
We're going to do this.
Have a checklist. That's what I need, a checklist. So I need to work on that this week. Have a little checklist.
Yeah. Guys, behind the scenes, it's a bunch of shenanigans happening here. We're going to let you in on it, but it's a bunch of shenanigans. And I'm a girl that loves some shenanigans. So we just, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Here we go, Monday. Here we go, Monday.
Hope everybody has a great week. Stay positive. Stay strong. Remember, put that vibe out there in the universe.
Speak it into existence, guys.
That's the motto for the week.
Yes.
If you want something, speak it into existence.
Positive, guys. Be positive.
No negative. Don't speak because you can speak negative into existence too.
No, we don't need that.
You don't need to speak negative. Speak positive.
All the positives.
Look for the wins out there in the world.
Get that big W.
Get on those winning streaks. And I hope y'all have a great week.
Yes.
Crazies on the mic.
We out.
We out.